Hey guys, it's me, Miss Mills, and welcome to Mrs. Mills's Math Time. I mean, look like fireworks. Okay, so this video is going to help you out with IXL AA1. You have to get this IXL to an 80%. And what this IXL is I'm going to introduce you to systems of equations and how to find solutions to those equations. So before we get started, I'm going to kind of like tell you kind of what it is. There's going to be more details in the next video you're going to watch where we talk about the notes of how to solve a system by graphing. I'm going to kind of get into it a little bit more. But I'll go ahead and tell you a system of equations. What that basically means is, think about it this way. You know when you have like a bunch of buffalo? Yeah, as you do, a bunch of buffalo, you just see them all the time. That's called a herd of buffalo. A system of equations is like the same thing, but with equations. What it is it's two or more equations. Fireworks. It's two or more equations is a system. Okay? And there's one more step to it. All of the equations have to have the same variables. In this particular case, especially in my classroom, all the variables are going to be the same. The variables are going to be x and y. You're never going to see any other letter. So this is going to work out pretty easy. Like, for example, this is a system of equations, okay? There's two of them. In my class, you're only going to have two of them. In high school, you're going to have more. But in this case, two or more equations is a system. And a solution to a system is the ordered pair that you can substitute into both equations that would make it true. And that's what this IXL is. It's going to give you a solution. Sorry, actually, no, that's not true. It's going to give you an ordered pair, and you have to find out if it is a solution. And all you have to do is you're going to plug in your ordered pairs into both equations to figure out if it works out. And I'll do a bunch of examples on here. You have to get this to an 80%. Let's do this. One more thing. Guys, it's almost K-prep time. I'm going to change this. That's very annoying. Ooh, I can make it. Yeah, let's do that. No, hate it. Classic. All right. It's almost time for K-prep. So what I want y'all to do is I don't want y'all to Google calculator anymore. Like, I see a lot of y'all do this. Just Google calculator and y'all just use the first one y'all see. I don't want y'all doing that. I don't want you to use your phone calculator. Nothing like that. Or Mathway. Because you're not learning anything using it. What I want y'all to be using is my Desmos calculator right here. This is the calculator you will see on K-prep. So it's really important that you learn how to use it before you get to K-prep. So if you are at home and you have not used this calculator yet, you need to use it. Or K-prep's just going to be that much harder for you. Practice it. It's free. I have a link, or I'm going to definitely put in another link in my Google Classroom so it's easier for you to access it. So guys, use this calculator. And I'm going to do better. I'm going to make sure that I do examples on this calculator so you can see buttons and things like that. And I'm hoping that will help out. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so what we're going to do is it gives us an ordered pair. And it gives us two equations, and we're going to figure out, does the ordered pair make the equations true? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the ordered pair first, and then I'm going to write down the equations. All right. So I just wrote it down exactly how you see it on the screen. I wrote down the ordered pair, and then I wrote down the equations. All right. So remember, when you have an ordered pair, your first number is always an x, your second number is always a y. And you can substitute these values into here to see if it's true. So let's do an example. My first number here is, or my first letter here is a y. So I'm going to substitute my 9, because my 9 is the y value, in here. I'm going to bring down this 3. I'm going to substitute my x value in for 1. And I'm going to put this plus 6. So now I've substituted this into here, and let me see if it's true. 3 times 1 is 3, and I'm going to bring down this plus 6. 6 plus 3 is equal to 9. So in this case, 9 is equal to 9. Therefore, it's a solution to that equation. So now we just got to figure out, is this a solution to this one too? So I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to plug in my values into here. I need my y value first. My y value is 9. My x value is 1, and now I can solve. 1 plus 8 is equal to 9. 9 is also equal to 9. Therefore, this works. So this solution right here, this ordered pair, works for both equations. Therefore, it is a solution. And that's all you're doing. So I'm going to go back to my Excel. I'm going to say, it says right here, is 1, 9 a solution to this systems of equation? Where's my, here it is. Why is it disappearing? Why is it disappearing? Why is my mouse disappearing? Oh my gosh, why is it disappearing? Yeah, it's a solution. I guess that's a one way to do it. So yeah, it is a solution, therefore I'm going to click well done, and there you go. Guys, this is the only way I'm going to be able to see my mouse, so just bear with me. I don't know why it did that. Alright, same thing. I'm going to write down my ordered pair. My ordered pair is 3 and 1. And I'm going to write down my equations. I have 2x plus 13y is equal to 19. And then I have x plus 15y is also equal to 18. Same thing. I'm going to plug in my ordered pair into both of these equations to make sure it is true. So remember, first number is always an x value. Second number is always a y value. Now substitute. I'm going to substitute this into here. I need my x value first. My x value is 3, so I'm going to substitute that in. Plus 13, my y value is 1. I'm going to substitute that in. I'm going to say that that is equal to 19, and now I need to make sure that that is true. 3 times 2 is going to give me 6. 13 times 1 is going to give me 13. 13 plus 6 is going to give me 19. So that means 19 is equal to 19, therefore it's true. So now I got to make sure it's true for everything else too. Same thing here. I'm going to plug this into here. Need my x value first. My x value is 3. Then I need my y value. My y value is 1. That's going to be equal to 18. All right, let's see if it is equal to 18. 15 times 1 is 15. I'll bring this down. 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 is equal to 18. Therefore, guys, it is a solution. Both these cases, it did work out. Therefore, this ordered pair right here is a solution to those systems. So I'm going to go back to my IXL, and I'm hoping I can see. Why can't I see it? Yeah, it is a solution. I'm going to hit submit. Hit submit. And I'm going to do the same thing. Except, in this case, I'm going to skip a level so y'all can see some stuff. Alright, so now it put in freaky fractions in there. Don't freak out. Not a big deal. We're going to do it. And this is going to be a good use of your calculator. I'm going to show you how to make a fraction in your calculator. So I'm glad that they did this. So first step is I'm going to write down my ordered pair, negative 3 and 4. And I'm going to write down both of my equations. Alright, let's go. Alright, you can see I broke my lead here. Okay. So, alright. In my ordered pair, this is my x value, this is my y value. And I'm going to substitute it in both of these equations to make sure that it works out. So, my y value is 4. My x value is negative 3. I'm bringing down this plus 7. Negative 3 plus 7 is 4. Negative 3 plus 7 is 4. 4 is equal to 4, so it works out. So now I got to make sure it works out for the other one too. I'm going to plug this in too. My y value is 4. I'm going to bring down this fraction. My x value is negative 3, and it's going to be plus 1. Alright, so 1/3 times negative 3, I know it's going to give me negative 1. But if you don't know, this is a great example to use your Desmos calculator. And I can see my... Alright guys, so here, listen very closely. To make a fraction, what you're going to do is you're going to click this button right here. Numerator first, you're going to click the bottom. You're going to say denominator. And this is very important. After you make your fraction, you have to click this button right here to move away from the fraction so you can type in the multiplied by negative 3. Okay? So then you're going to click the multiplication button. And then here's another important thing about this calculator. As y'all know, when y'all were at school, your calculators had a subtraction button and it had a negative button. They were two separate buttons. Here, that's not the case. In this particular calculator, you're going to use the subtraction button as your negative button, and it'll work just fine, okay? So it's 1/3 times -3. Click enter. That's going to give me -1. So I'll go back here, and I'm going to move this so you can see it. 1/3 times -1 times -3 gave me -1. Bring down that plus 5, and that is equal to 4. -1 plus 5 is 4. 4 is equal to 4. So that, guys, it works out. This ordered pair right here is a solution to both of these equations, so it's going to work. So I'm going to go back to my IXL, and I'm going to say yes, it is a solution to the systems. I'm going to skip to another level. Challenge zone. Okay, so we're going to do a couple of hard equations or hard examples, so these aren't going to be that bad. I'm going to show some more examples using the Desmos, and we should be good to go. Alright, so same thing. I'm going to write down my ordered pair. It's windy outside. I'm going to write down my equations. 14x minus 12y. Guys, make sure you write down the equations perfectly. I made a video before I made this one, and I messed up on one of them because I did not write down the equation correctly. So guys, IXL is brutal. You got to make sure that you write down all of your equations correctly. Be careful. Okay. Okie dokie. So this is my x value, this is my y value. I'm going to substitute these values into both my equations to make sure it works out. So I'm going to do this one first. 17, x value is 1, plus 15, x value is -3. That's equal to +1. Guys, I almost did it. Alright, 17 times 1 is 17, or any number times 1 is the number. 15 times -3, I don't know that off the top of my head, so I'm going to use my handy dandy Desmos calculator when I need it, and I'm going to say 15 times -3, that's going to give me -45, and that's going to be equal to 1. Uh-oh, something's not going to be right. 17 plus -45. Guys, that's not going to be equal to 1. Okay, so therefore, well, I guess I can just show y'all. It's not going to be equal to 1, guys. What it's going to equal to is going to be 17 minus 45. It's going to give us -28. -28 is not equal to 1. So this is not going to be a solution. This ordered pair right here is not going to be a solution to these equations. Therefore, I'm going to go back to my IXL and I'm going to say no. And there you go. This will be my last example, and then I'm going to let y'all try it out yourselves. You'll have to get this to an 80%. Again, all you're doing is you're substituting your values into both equations to make sure it works out. I'm going to do this example because it has a negative fraction, and I don't want y'all to freak out. So let's do it real quick together. Alright, this is my x value, this is my y value. I'm going to substitute it into both my equations to make sure it works. So, y value is 2, my x value is -8 plus 10. -8 plus 10 is +2. So 2 is equal to 2. So therefore, this is a solution. Alright, now I got to make sure this one is 2. My x value, my y value is a 2. I'll bring down this -1/8. My x value is -8, and that is going to be subtracted by 9. I know -1/8 times -8 is going to give me a +1. But if you don't know, this would be a good example of using your handy dandy Desmos calculator. Alright, so first we're going to do -1/8 times -8. So first thing is we're going to put a negative fraction, 1/8. Going to click this over here to move away from the fraction, so you can go ahead and say multiplied by -8. That's going to give me a +1. So I solved it. -1/8 times -8 gave me a +1. I brought down this -9. I brought down this 2. Alright, I'm going to bring down the 2 again. 1 minus 9 is going to give me -8. -8 is not equal to 2. Therefore, this equation is not going to be the solution to both equations. Therefore, you're going to go back to your thing here and you're going to say no. Guys, that's all the examples I'm going to be doing on this particular IXL. Let me know if you have any questions. I will be happy to help in any way that I can. I hope y'all have a wonderful week, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.